Let's begin. Today's May 18th, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the 5 criteria cards and its 5 verification cards. Let's go to turingmachine.info for the details. So today's puzzle uses criteria cards 3, 5, 8, 17, and 21. And above you have the unique identifier code for this puzzle that you can always go and search on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So in our grid above, we've got our 5 criteria cards. On the top row, we got criteria card A, criteria card B, criteria card C, and in the bottom row, we've got criteria card D and criteria card E. Let's look at criteria card A. This card looks at the middle digit, the square digit, and compares that value to the number 3. Should the square be less than 3? Should it be equal to 3? Or should it be greater than 3? Criteria card B looks at the triangle digit, the first digit, and will let us know whether that digit should be an odd or an even value. Criteria card C will let us know the quantity of 1 digits in our whole code. Are there no ones? Is there just a single one? Perhaps there's 2, maybe even 3. Criteria card D similarly looks at the whole code, but will tell us something about how many even digits there are in our code. Are there no evens? Possibly 1, 2, or are they all even? And finally, criteria card E will let us know something about the code itself and whether there is a pair of digits, a digit that repeats, as in the example 131, the 1 repeats, or are there no pairs? So 2 instances are where all the digits are unique, as in the example 134, or potentially it could be a single digit repeated 3 times, as in the example 222. Remember, we're looking for a unique 3-digit solution that will meet all of the above criteria. And we will start with our proposal of 314. So first I'm going to test criteria card B and see whether the first digit, the triangle digit, is odd or even. So the Turing machine responds that it approves of my proposal. So if I go look back, I notice that my first digit, the triangle digit, is odd. Since that's what it's testing, it approves of that. That means that, yes, triangle is an odd digit. So that's what I'm going to put in my notes in section B. That triangle is an odd digit. And I'm going to come up above and cancel all of the even digits since they are invalid. Now, it doesn't mean that the triangle digit is indeed 3. The Turing machine just says, yes, it's an odd digit. It could easily be a 5, 1, or the 3. Okay, so next, let's see. I want to see if there is a pair of digits. Yeah, so let's test E. Okay, so the Turing machine confirms that if you look at my proposal, I have all unique digits. That's what it's basically letting me know, that the solution should not have a pair. Indeed, it should have all unique digits. I should clarify, it could potentially also be a single digit repeated 3 times. It just is affirming that it doesn't have a pair. Okay, but the likelihood that it's all one single digit, it's rare. It's not impossible, but it's rare. So for my notes for section E is that all digits are unique. So that's what I'll put down here. All digits are, well, again, I'm saying it's unique I should clarify again, it could potentially be a single digit repeated 3 times. Perhaps I should just say that there is no pair, but I'll leave it at that. Okay, so that really doesn't help us eliminate anything else. So we're down to whether there is how many ones. Well, if there's a 1, actually, to the point, since I know they're unique, obviously you can't have 3 of the same kind. So there you go. You can't have the same digit repeated 3 times, nor 2 times, since there's no pair. And so it's either present or it's not. Okay? And vice versa, the even, well, I do have 1 even. There could be none, there could be 2. I think I'll just test C and determine whether it has it or not. So let's test C. Okay, so it does approve of my 1 digit in my proposal. That's the check mark. So that means that there is a single 1 digit. And again, I'll put that in my notes. So there is a single 1 digit. Okay. All right, so that does it for the 3 tests that I'm allowed per proposal. I now have to construct my new proposal for the second round. Well, I do know that there's a 1. Potentially it could be triangle, we don't know. But at least we do know that there's a 1 somewhere. We haven't tested what criteria A might be, the middle digit, and we also don't know how many evens there are. So at this point, since I do know there's 1 odd, the 1, again, even, there could be 2, and they would have to be distinct. Remember, all digits are unique, so there could be 2 distinct evens, a single even, or maybe no evens. So again, we have to think about that and see how we can construct our solution. Notice that in our criteria cards here, there's no mention of purple. So somehow, in combination with the first 2 that do involve the triangle and the square, somehow these 3 additional criteria cards must be forcing the purple to be something. Obviously, it's got to be distinct from the others, right? Because all digits are unique. And so that sort of helps us. So what could happen here? So it could be that the triangle is a 1. It could be a 1. So what would that do to the others? It could be that triangle's a 1, and maybe there's 2 evens, and the square will tell me which one it is, whether it's less than 3, which would be the 2, or greater than 3, which would be the 4. And because they're distinct, that would force a circle to be the other even. So let me try that out. I'm going to say 1, 4, 2 as my proposal and see how we fare. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Okay, so let's try that out. 1, 4, 2. Okay, so let's see, what do I want to test? I already know B, C, and E. They were all checks from the previous. So either the number of evens or to see what square might be. I don't think I can just do the 1. That'd be a hard sell. I don't know. I think I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to test criteria card D and see. Okay, so there were 2 evens. Okay, so I think it's going to work out. The only thing is, Wow. Okay, so there are two evens. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, so square and circle have to be the evens. The triangle's the one odd, and it's one. Yeah. So let's just test A and see if we place them in the right order. The evens. So we'll test A. Okay, so I didn't get it the order right, but it is the two evens, so it's basically going to be reversed. So basically, the triangle digit, since it's the only one, I'll just put an additional note here, and it's 1. So let me eliminate or cross out the remaining odd digits. So it's 1, and because, let me put in my notes here. So let's see. I'm sorry, I lost track. I did criteria card D first. I apologize. I should have updated my notes here. There are two evens. All right. And so that would mean, again, because triangle was the odd, let me cross out the initial odd digits in square and circle. Okay, and of course, as I stated, triangle must be that one odd digit. And for A, I'm going to say that square. So my square failed, so the square shouldn't be greater than 3. Again, we deduce that it's an even, so it can't be equal. So that means that square has to be less than 3. And so the only even digit that's less than 3 is 2. So that means that I will cross out my 4. And because there are no duplicates, circle cannot be that same 2. So I'll cross it out. And so that basically leaves me with my solution of 1, 2, 4. And so let's review really quick. So square, criteria A, is letting me know that square should be less than 3. The middle digit square is a 2. Yep, that's less than 3. Triangle is an odd. It's the only odd. In combination with criteria C, it's a 1. So yeah, the first digit is 1. There are two evens, which means that the circle is the other even. So that would be 4. And of course, all digits are unique. So that looks like a winner. So let's actually go test. Okay, so test the code, and it was 1, 2, 4. Verify. Success. But again, let's actually go and see how did we beat the machine or not. So let's actually get the information. So there were all checks except for A. So it was BCE in the first turn. So BCE in the first turn, and the second turn A was incorrect, and we did test D, and so we tested all of them, but let's see how we did versus the machine. Okay, so we beat it by one question. That's good. You know, it was a 5 criteria puzzle, so at a minimum, unless there's some special circumstances, yeah, we should be testing all 5. There have been other puzzles where we've done it in less, but this time, you know, it's a win. We got it under the 6, so fantastic. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that other people can find this YouTube channel. If you don't want to miss the next video when it's available, please subscribe and you will be notified. Well, this was a great puzzle. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And we'll see you next time.